Hello, class. Welcome to English 2130. My name is Dr. Rob Thompson. I'm your instructor for this semester, and I wanted to try something different with this class, actually, and actually have a little introductory session with you. Some of you may be new to online classes. You may not be comfortable with what's going on in Blackboard, and I wanted to kind of walk you through the course and what you should expect, and answer hopefully some questions you may have. If you are comfortable with Blackboard and you have read the syllabus and have looked at the class and know what's coming up, then feel free to stop watching. But yeah, if you want some information, then that's what I'm here to provide for you. So to start with, you see here on the screen I have the Blackboard shell. This is what you see. Let me caution you right off the bat about this stuff right here, where it says what's due, and there may be a calendar you can access. I'm not sure. I would ignore that stuff, quite frankly. I think I have the wrong class. Pardon me. Let me exit this. But anyway, suffice it to say that I would ignore all this what's due stuff and all that, and I would focus on what I type in the lessons. Let me get our class up here. I was in the wrong class. This is our class right here. And I'm going to go to the student preview. So this is what you see when you log into the course. But again, ignore this stuff down here because it's the due dates. The Blackboard generates these due dates, and sometimes they're right and sometimes they're not. What you need to focus on is the lessons. And I will get there in a second. Before I get to the lessons, let me start at the beginning with the syllabus and the schedule. So you want to click on the syllabus and schedule here, and let's just review the syllabus very quickly together. Of course, you see these are my office hours, but also note that I am not in my office every other day. Every other day, just, depending on the week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, I'm in Floyd County with some high school dual enrollment classes. So you do need to schedule an appointment with me if you need to come see me. I'm more than happy to talk to you. I'd love to meet you and help you, but you do need to schedule an appointment either during these hours or any other time for that matter. And I'll be glad to meet with you. My office is here at the Gordon County campus, in the 100 building, if you are familiar with the campus. The textbook is free online. Actually, we really don't use this textbook. Honestly, I have all the things you should read copied into Blackboard, but you don't have to buy a textbook. And of course, we do meet online. I'm not going to get into this is a literature class, obviously an American literature class. You see the kinds of things we will be studying, but I do want to get to the practical things. This is an important little thing right here. We have assignments due 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is a B-term class, so we're studying we're covering an entire class in half the time. So basically, you're taking 2 courses in one when you take a B-term class. So 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have assignments due. There may be an occasion we don't, but as a rule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if it's a discussion board, you should be aware that you should make your initial post to that discussion board the day before. So really, you need to plan on doing work in this class every day. If there's a day you can skip, good for you. But for the most part, every day you need to be planning on working in this class. Because again, it is we're covering 16 weeks in only 8 weeks or 9 or whatever we have. So there is a late penalty here. You see, if you turn in your work late, it's 10 points per class day. In other words, Monday, Wednesday, Friday are the class days. So if it's due Monday and you turn it in on Wednesday, it's 10 points. Friday is 20 points, etc., up to 40 points. After the 40 points, you can turn it in whenever. So if you have an assignment that's a month old, you can still turn it in with a 40-point deduction. You won't pass it, obviously, but your grade will be better than a 0. If you happen to turn it in, if it's due on Monday, you turn it in on Tuesday, just a day late, it's only a 5-point deduction, which is not much at all. But be aware, you can always turn in late assignments. There is a penalty attached, but you can always turn them in. This is the way the grades break down. Our daily work, which again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, there's quite a bit of it. That's 40% of your grade. We will have a research paper covering the American Dream, the first 2 units in the lessons, which will be 20% of your grade. We'll have another essay on the last 2 units, which is 20% also, and then an independent novel assignment, which is 20%. So that's all. So we have, that adds up to 100, 3 major assignments, and then your daily work. And I think that's really all I want to cover on the syllabus. So let me get rid of that. And then this is an important document here that I always create for a class, the daily schedule. And so you might want to print this out, and this is what you want to pay attention to for due dates, not that stuff that I showed you in Blackboard. And you see here of course, today is March 4th. I hope you're looking at this today on Monday, March 4th, the first day of class, and you do have an introductory assignment due right away. And then Wednesday, there's another assignment. Again, we go really fast and furious in this class because there's just not much time. The first, March 29th is when the first major assignment is due, the American Dream research paper, the Friday before spring break, March 29th. And then we skip spring break. And then we have the last few weeks. The second essay you see is due the 29th, April 29th. No, they're both due on the 29th. Anyway, April 29th, Monday, is when the second essay is due. And then the independent novel assignment, the last assignment, is due Monday, May 6th. We do not have a separate final exam. We just have that assignment. So this is a very important document here. Again, print it out, pay attention to it. These are the due dates you need to be aware of. Let me see. Okay, so let's go back to the course now. Announcements, of course. I posted a welcome announcement here. Honestly, I am recording this on Wednesday, February 6th. I've just completed the course in Blackboard. And so between now and when you're viewing this on March 4th, there may be some more assignments. But anyway, there's the first one I have posted. And then lessons. Again, this is what's important. So here's your first assignment. And if it's a discussion board assignment, it will say this. Click on the discussion board link. Go to the assignment that it's time for, in this case, introduction. And to start a new thread, to introduce yourself, in this case, to the class, just click on Create Thread. And then you welcome or hello or whatever you want to call it. And then just type in your assignment. Type in this case, your introduction of yourself. And so that's first. This is not an assignment. This is just a little guide to kind of help you understand how you should analyze literature in writing. It's also found right here where it says literary analysis writing. It's the same thing. And then we get into the themes. So theme 1 is the American Dream. This assignment here, you may have noticed, is due on Wednesday, March 6th. This one, there'll be an assignment due on March 8th, etc. You just click on it. Here is the actual reading you should do. In this case, you go back to the discussion boards and you see here's the Defining the Dream assignment. For On the Pulse of Morning, it's the same deal. You go to the discussion boards and there's On the Pulse of Morning discussion that you should be completing by the due dates. Sometimes there will not be a discussion. There'll just be a written assignment. Death of a Salesman, for example, there are these discussion questions that are due by Friday, March 15th. You don't go to the discussion boards. You just click on this, and it will take you to the discussion questions. Speaking of Death of a Salesman, let me just caution you about that. It is a 2-act, full-length play. And normally I would like to give you some extra time to read that, but unfortunately in a B term, we just cannot do it. So some of these initial assignments won't take very long, quite frankly. They're pretty short. I urge you to go ahead and read Death of a Salesman in advance, to start it now, quite frankly, because you'll notice in the schedule that it is due, there's no extra time. The discussion questions are due Friday, March 15th, a week from Friday. And, again, there's not any extra time to read the play and answer those questions. So, be aware of that and start reading that now to get ready. The other thing you need to be aware of that you need to really work on in advance is, the independent novel assignment. That's a full-length novel you should read. I went down to the bottom of the lessons and here's an independent novel assignment. And, you choose one of these novels to read, you answer these questions, or you do these activities, you write these paragraphs about that novel. and it's due again on May 6th at the very end of the course. But you need to be aware of that and start reading that novel, in advance, depending on how slow you read, depending on how enthusiastic of a reader you are, because that will sneak up on you if you're not careful. So anyway, I think that's the main things I wanted to make you aware of. The navigation of the course, we just go in order, theme 3, theme 3, theme 4, etc. Within each theme, there are lessons that are numbered, so I think it's clearly, laid out for you. If you have questions, by all means, let me know, and you should be good. You should be aware of what's going on, and you should be able to navigate within Blackboard and get everything completed. If you have any questions, please let me know. I look forward to working with you, and we will talk to you soon. Take care of yourself, and let's get this thing going. I think we should be good. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to. Okay, there we go.